Hi, folks. This is the second episode of the Maker series, and we have David Parku of Dispark. His facility as of now, and we are going to have a chat with him to get to understand how much he wants to raise and everything around his business. So, Mr. Parku or David, it's nice having you here today.
Yes,
Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you. I can
All
hear you.
right. Okay. So let's jump straight into it. Tell us about Dispark. What is your company about? What do you do?
Dispark is an agribusiness company. We are into agriculture and then agro processing, and mainly for we process our goods for exports and for local industries. So basically, this is what we do. We work with smallholder farmers that are into the yam, cassava, palm oil, and other commodities, mainly for processing and then for exporting. So basically, this is what we do as our major activities.
Oh, okay. So you're an agribusiness, and what you do is work with smallholder farmers to process cassava
Exactly.
and yam and oil.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. All right. That's fine. How much are you looking at raising?
I've asked for at the beginning. I asked for 150,000 Ghana cedis mainly for my export and then processing activities.
Okay. But do you understand how Kwidex works?
Not really, not really. I think you can go ahead and then if you can have more explanation from you, I think that would be great.
Okay. But before I do that, how did you find Kwidex if you don't really understand how
Chris,
it works?
yeah, we are funny on the social media, mainly Facebook. I thought you placed an advert on Facebook. That's why I found you for the first time, and then I applied and see what could come out of it. So I would say I found you on Facebook actually.
Okay, you found us on Facebook. All right. So we are a crowdfunding platform, basically. We
Okay,
allow
okay,
different people lend money to you. So we are not the ones with the
okay,
money. It's a number of small investors or investors that pool their resources together and fund
okay,
businesses like yours if they find it
okay,
viable enough. Okay.
okay.
All right. So I'll go to the next question. Who are your biggest clients? Who is your
Come again
biggest
with the
customer?
question.
Who is your biggest customer?
My biggest customer, I think, is on the export side.
Yeah, who is that? What's their name?
Okay, okay, they are in the US, maybe additional guidance, African food uh, store dealers. So they deal in African food in the US. They are mainly located in the they have two stores, one in the New York, another one in the other side of the US. What I know is they have two stores where they supply this African all kind of African food, mainly from Ghana actually. So
Okay.
they are our major clients. And if you want to ship, we ship container of yams to them. At the moment, there is another one in Maryland that is taking a full container of either gari, palm oil, you call it, whatever we have here as food, and it's about to enter into the European market. Uh, the reason that we've not been there yet is because of certification. So we are about to get our global gap certification and then start exporting to the EU market as well. Locally, we have about four major companies that we supply to, being chili pepper, honey, dried coconuts. These are the major things that we supply to local companies over here in Accra or other part of the country in Ghana. So uh, they are also big, but our bigger customers remain those in the outside. If I've
Okay.
answered that question.
All right. All right. Okay, that's fine.
So far,
Do you own
for
this
our customer,
company
that's
alone?
what
Do you own this company alone? Who are your
I
other
have.
co-founders?
I am the major share. Yes, I am the major shareholder. But actually, we are entering into partnership with other companies that are working with us. For Dispark Ghana Limited, I have 100% share. The other manager is a non-shareholding manager. But he takes part of other major decision of the company. Whatever we have to do, we have a board of direction that we discuss decision to be taken and action to be taken to improve upon the company. But as of shareholding, I'm the major shareholder of the company.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, that's fine. Prior to this particular encounter, does your company owe anybody? Do you have any debts on your books?
Not at all. No.
You don't owe any individual?
No.
All right. Now a major concern our users have is what happens if they give you 150,000 and you're unable to pay? What are the measures you have in place to secure this 150,000?
Actually, we are not going to invest all this money into one thing. Maybe it will be a gradual usage of the fund. So, in case we are into several, we are not putting all our eggs in one basket. We are into Gary, we are into palm oil, we are into other activities that could let us pay any kind of facility we take at all. So we don't even want to think of maybe being unable to be solvable. We don't even want to put our mind over that. If we have the right time, the right framing time, I think we should be able to facility we may take from anybody. Okay. So we can assure you that we are not into only one. Yeah.
Do you have
because we sign contract.
Do you have any collateral or security that you can use?
I'm listening to your
Do you have any collateral or security that can be used for as a backup?
It could be our farmland located in the Volta region. I don't know if that one can be used, but aside that, the vehicle we have is not in good shape now. We can't use that for our collateral at the moment. But I think it's in the Volta region that we use. It's big enough, about 40 acres of land. I think it could be used as collateral if necessary.
Okay, if necessary.
Yeah.
How come you've not received money from? How come you are not going to your bankers for this particular facility? And why do you want to use collateral?
I don't know whether you've been in the banking sector before, but this agribusiness is now that people are opening. Banks are opening up. Banks like ABSA, Fidelity, Access Bank. They are opening up to help the agribusiness in Ghana. Aside them, no bank is interested into agriculture. They deem or they presume or think agriculture is a no-go area for the banking center. So we apply to access loans from other banks, but maybe the collateral they ask, maybe some of them ask 150% collateral of what you are asking for, and if you don't have it, then you are put off. So not that we've not tried to access loans from these banks, but they are not interested in agribusiness at all.
Okay, all right, okay, that's a good one. Now I'm wondering, what's the typical markup you make? Like what percentages are we looking at that you are so confident that you could take 150,000 and pay back? So typically, how much in percentage wise?
Oh yes.
How much do you make?
Yeah, assuming I invest at least 100,000 Ghana cedis into an export of yam now, and then within the period of 2 or 3 months, I should be able to get at least minimum 30% of as profit.
Okay.
Getting maybe 30% to 45% of profit, depending on the amount sent or depending on the quantity of yam export. The bumper harvest of yam, or where we have a lot of yam in the system, we may have a much higher interest or a much higher profit than when we have less in the system. Okay. It all depends. I'm just making an example on yam export.
Okay, that's fine. So I was going to ask, so typically where do you get like the yams from? You get them from the north?
yes, part from the north, but at the moment we are getting in from Dambaye,
Yeah, okay.
Oti region.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see. I have some of the. If you look just behind me, you will see some of the
boxes.
The yam farmers that are at the moment sitting with me.
Okay. Okay, and you wanted to show me. You were showing me the farmers.
So I was showing you some of some guys are from Dambaye helping me at the moment.
Okay.
And they are meaning the suppliers of yam from.
Okay,
from
so they'll bring the yams from Dambai, and then
yes,
you box them, and
down.
then you clean them and then send it.
You know,
I'm taking a lot of your time, so let me just quickly wrap it up. What's the biggest risk this particular project will pose to you? What can go wrong?
Biggest risk. I would say it to be a non-payment, but we've taken measures to address that. We've asked when we want to ship, we make sure the greater part of the fee is paid to us before we ship. We mostly do 4 freight on board. When it's 4, maybe most of the items are paid. Maybe 70% of the total amount is paid, and then 30% will be paid when the container reaches destination. So these are or we work with letter of credit, where the bank of the buyer gave us a letter of guarantee that okay, if the good reaches there, the deal is a bank-to-bank transaction where his bank will write a letter to our bank confirming that there is enough fund for them to pay for the goods once it reaches a destination.
How many times?
I think.
How many times have you used the letter of credit?
Come again?
How many times have you used the letter of credit?
Only once. For the meantime, I used it only once. That was last year.
Okay.
For the meantime, since we deem it necessary, it's good to use letter of credit. It protects the buyer, both the buyer and the supplier. So we intend using it from now onward. But for the meantime, we are not even looking at the export aspect now. We are into the local supply to local companies, and we sign contract. We have contract in place, sign with them. We've grabbed. If anything goes wrong, we can take them to court or do whatever it is to take our money. So the risks are minimal. There is no business without risk, but we've taken precautions, we've taken measures to minimize the risks as much as possible.
All right, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's basically what it is. I know that, or we know that you want to raise 150,000 cedis. You are going to use it for yams and oil,
honey, palm oil, honey.
Yeah. And it's Dispark Ghana Ltd.
Yes, please.
All right, okay, that's great. I guess that's it for now. We should be in touch with you shortly. All right. Have a nice day.
Have a blessed day too.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, folks, that was David Parku. You can decide what you think about him, and if his project resonates with you, you could give him a shot. So far, I mean, he's passed our basic due diligence. But yeah, we seek to do a little extra due diligence to see if there's anything else we've missed out. So that's about it. Thank you so much for your time, and there should be another one of these shortly. Bye bye.